Good morning and welcome to Wednesday, October the 8th of 2025. My name is Thom Rigsby and this is your AmCon Daily Brief. On today's show, how to stay calm, think clearly, and act decisively when the adrenaline starts to take over. Let's get things started with the latest from the ASAT team and today's Daily Sit-Rep Briefing.
This is your AmCon Daily Sit-Rep for October the 8th, 2025. Up first today, Toyota is recalling nearly 394,000 vehicles across the United States due to a software error affecting rear-view cameras. Models impacted include certain 2022-2025 Tundra and Tundra hybrid vehicles, as well as 2023-2025 Sequoia hybrid vehicles. This recall poses a safety risk as the rear-view camera may not display properly, potentially leading to accidents while backing up. Vehicle owners will receive a recall notice and should schedule a free software update at their dealer. In other news, a former U.S. airman recently confronted a neighbor who was believed to be on a neighborhood killing spree. After hearing gunshots, the airman and his wife were shot at by the 71-year-old neighbor who had killed others nearby and set his own house on fire. The airman returned fire, wounding the attacker who later died of his injuries. This incident highlights the importance of situational awareness and courage in dangerous situations. Moving on to health concerns, the USDA has issued a warning about certain HelloFresh ready-made meals that may contain spinach contaminated with listeria. The affected products include specific lots of cheesy pulled pork pepper pasta and unstuffed peppers with ground turkey. Listeria can cause severe illness, especially in vulnerable groups, such as pregnant women and older adults. Consumers are advised not to eat these products and to return or dispose of them immediately. Turning to infrastructure, Hollywood Burbank Airport in California experienced a significant disruption when it went without on-site air traffic controllers for several hours amid ongoing federal government shutdowns. From 4:15 p.m. to 10 p.m. local time, controllers were absent, leading to flight cancellations and average delays of over 2 hours. The FAA has indicated the situation is due to staffing shortages worsened by the shutdown. Travelers should check flight status and prepare for possible delays or cancellations. Finally, civil unrest remains a concern, with various protests scheduled around the country today, including rallies and vigils supporting Palestine in several cities. This week marks the 2-year anniversary of the October 7th attack on Israel, prompting increased alertness against potential terrorist activities. Residents are urged to maintain high situational awareness at public events, know their exits, and report any suspicious activity to authorities and the ASAT team. For today's weather, moisture from Hurricane Priscilla will increase across the southwest in the coming days, bringing a threat of flash flooding and thunderstorms, particularly over New Mexico starting Thursday. A cold front will sweep across the eastern U.S., bringing showers, thunderstorms, and much cooler temperatures from the northeast down into the southeast. Residents in these areas should prepare for locally heavy rainfall and stay alert to weather updates. Looking ahead on the AmCon calendar, there is the Northeast Region Adventure Challenge starting this Friday, October 10th through Sunday, October 12th, in Hookstown, Pennsylvania. The Broward County, Florida chapter is hosting its monthly meetup on Saturday, October 11th in Sunrise, Florida, focusing on situational awareness. Additionally, water bath canning workshops are scheduled in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia on October 18th and October 22nd. And in early November, the South Region Adventure Challenge will be held in Milburn, Oklahoma. Members can access the American Contingency Members Only site to get the full report and more in-depth analysis of today's stories, along with practical preparedness tips, training opportunities, and resources to help you, your family, and your neighborhood stay crisis ready.
Emma was halfway to school drop-off when the car ahead of her slammed on its brakes. Coffee splashed, kids gasped, and for half a second her brain froze. Then the training kicked in. Eyes up, quick scan, steer to the shoulder, stop smooth. Heart pounding, but controlled. As traffic crawled again, she exhaled and smiled. That, she thought, is why we practice staying calm. What could have been a crisis turned into just another story on the drive to school. Stress has a funny way of hijacking your brain. Adrenaline floods it, vision narrows, and instincts take the wheel. The problem is, instinct isn't always the best driver. Thinking clearly under stress isn't about denying that reaction. It's about managing it. Here's where the OODA loop comes in. Observe, orient, decide, and act. It's simple but powerful. You see what's happening, you place it in context, you choose your move, and you make it. The trick is to slow it down, just enough to stay deliberate. Emma's reaction in traffic wasn't luck, it was muscle memory. She'd practiced that pattern before. pausing long enough to orient before reacting. That's the magic of awareness training. You build a gap between stimulus and response. Inside that gap is where calm lives. We dive deeper into this in the essential situational awareness course, walking through short drills to train your mind to run OODA loops faster and smarter. When stress hits, speed feels like power, but clarity is what wins. Awareness and deliberate action beat adrenaline every time. So next time you feel that rush, the quick breath, the pounding heart, remind yourself, take 1 second to see clearly before you move. That second can change everything. All right, so here's your challenge. The next time you feel stress building, maybe during traffic, a tight deadline, or a tense conversation, take 1 deep breath and run a quick OODA loop. Observe, orient, decide, and act. Practice it once today and notice how fast your clarity returns. All right, when we get together tomorrow, we'll talk about spotting personal risk, how to find the blind spots in your daily routine before they find you. That's it for this edition of the AmCon Daily Brief. Thanks for listening. Members, check out our website or phone app for today's updates. Not part of the network yet? It's easy. Just head over to AmericanContingency.com and get connected. And please, share this episode with a neighbor, a friend, or a family member who could use it. They're depending on you. I'm Thom Rigsby. Stay alert, stay ready, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.